Hey guys, welcome to Eduya Prime, and today we are going to make a very easy project, and it's bulk file rename. What do we have to do in this file? We have to get some files from user or a location from a user, and then we need to change the names of the file. So first of all, let's do it and then understand what we have to do for each and every step in the code. It is going to be a small code around 8 to 10 lines, and if we wish to include GUI, we'll try to include GUI as well. So let's see. So guys, I am on my desktop right now. First of all, let's create a new folder. So in this, I am going to keep my files. The name of the folder is files. Now let's create some files. Let's name them as new text documents. Let's create some new text documents. Okay. So I'll just fast forward the video. So guys, I'm done with creating my files. So I have 25 files with me, and my task is to rename them all. And what I'll do, I'll rename them as text1, text2, text3, text4, or you can call it as notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and on. So let's do it. Let's open our IDLE first of all. So guys, I am on my IDLE now. Let's open a new window to write our code. Okay. Now the first thing which you have to do is you have to import one library. The library is OS library. So this basically allows me to use the system command prompt and all these things easily, and it will also give me permissions to rename things. Okay. So and then I'll take the folder path. Okay. So folder path equals to, let's go on and take the folder path. So the folder path, you click on here, you get the folder path. Okay, so select this, copy this, and come up over here, write it inside over here. So it is saved. Your folder path is saved. Then you press enter, write number of files, or you can just write any file. Okay, you just write file, or you can say counter. Okay, and initialize it with 1. Cool. Now after this, you run a loop for files, or you can call it file name in os.list. Remember this function list dir. So basically what is happening, for every file in os.list dir, we are going to now specify the path inside it, folder path. So what it is doing, it has this folder path as C, users, helix, desktop, and files. We have files over here. Okay. So inside files, we have all the uh, number of files we created right now. Okay. So os.list directory creates the location for me, and this is the location. We'll go on this location, and every file will be counted just like a list. For example, I have a list of 1 comma 2 comma 3, and I write for I in this list, for I in this list. So what it will do, basically it will just keep I as 1, then I as 2, then I as 3. So it is doing this thing. Okay, so following the same thing, we are going to use this file, and we'll rename each and every file one by one. So the function to rename something in Python using OS is, you write OS dot rename. Inside rename, first of all, you give the folder path. Okay. After giving folder path, you give a plus sign for the slash. Okay. And directly slash cannot be imported, so you need to give two slashes because it's a jump sequence. What does jump sequence means? That if you had written one slash, if you had written, this is for new line, this jump sequence is for new line, this jump sequence is for tab space, this jump sequence is for skipping the particular quote, skip quote, and this skips the backslash. So if I show you, if I don't use it as double slash, if I use single slash, so you'll see that over here still it is going on as a string. It should have closed it. If I don't include, if I make it like this, so see, it is not including hyf, but if I remove this thing, it is including hyf as well, because it is skipping this particular slash. So code, to be more precise, give this. Now you are skipping this. Okay. Plus, and now give your full file name. Your file name is this, you got from this particular for loop, file name in os.list directory. Then you give a comma, again give a folder path, where you want to change the particular file name, what you want to change. Okay, so after that you give again the double slashes, then you write the new name. For example, the name I want is text hero. Okay, so let's just call it text hero. And with text hero I want to give numbers, right? So what we can do with this is um, text hero plus file name plus we can call the particular number in it to make, just add it, add str. Okay, so add str of counter. Okay, str counter, this is done, this is almost done. So we'll just close it, and then we'll increase the counter as well. So write counter equals to counter plus 1. So I guess this is enough for the day. Let's just check it. First of all, we'll save, and let's save it on our desktop itself. Call it renamer dot py. Okay, so we have the code with us. You can watch out the code: import os folder path counter. Then for file in name in os dot list directly, this is a os function. Then os dot rename, give the folder path, the file where it is. Then you change it the name. Okay, so this is how it does, and we'll run it. We'll run it side by side to our folder. So my folder is over here. Yeah. So let's run it. F5. Okay, unknown. Let's just give it R. So why are we giving R? We are giving R to allow the particular folder path to access it. This makes it raw. We want to make it raw. R means raw. So this is raw file folder. Okay. Now let's save it and press F5. Use this. See, in front of you itself, text hero 1 2 3 4 5 and all has been renamed to different names. We can again try it. We can create in this way that let's do it for, instead of text hero, let's make it something like first text or my hero, my text, something. Okay, my text. Now it's my text. Save it, press F5. So all the files are named as my text now. So quite easy program. It had nothing in much. If I'll explain you once again, you can see that what it did. Um, it called import OS. It had folder path. It had a R with it. It had a counter in it. It had for file in name the list directly where the files were located. Then we renamed the files using os.rename. Then we had counter function. So let's give this particular program a level up. Let's include the GUI in it. How to include a GUI? Write import tkinter. We are not going to import tkinter in this way. We'll import tkinter in a different manner. We'll import like from tkinter, import everything. Okay, so everything is for start, and we'll then include these all things inside a function. I'll call it as rename, and this rename function will let's just make it in this way, tab. Okay, now after this, what you can do is you can ask the user over here. First of all, let's create a root window. Root equals to tk. This is my root window, and then I'll decide the title of my root. So the title of my root is, let's call it renamer itself, renamer, and then main game starts. What we have to do with this is, let's not decide any dimension, it's already okay. First we'll give two positions. We'll pack everything, we'll not make it a difficult one. We'll pack everything, so everything will come in the middle part. So first of all, let's have a label. The label will be, first of all, it will be inside root. Let's give the text as mm, file path. You need to paste file path, paste file path. Then what all do you want in it? Let's just define. Do we need to define anything? Let's define the font. Okay, so font I want is Times Roman, Times New Roman, and size I can take as 12. Okay, this much is enough. Close it and write dot pack. Okay, and then give a entry box. So for entry box, what I'll do, let's create one entry box in ent equals to, mm, you need to write entry, and everything is going to be same. We just need a text variable for it. I'll tell you how to do that as well. So copy this much part and paste it over here. Okay, so root, we don't need text, we need a text variable which will save the values of text in it. So text variable equals to, let's call it path. Okay, so my text variable is path. So over here, come over here, write path equals to text, or you can say string var. This is a tkinter function for making a text variable. This has a global precedence, you can call it anywhere. So we'll just initialize these thing over here, it's easy, not in much. And then we'll pack ent as well, ent dot pack. Okay, and we'll ask the user, we'll do the same things. We'll select this all, and we'll paste. Now the text will be give one word, give one word. Okay, and the text variable for this is a word, we'll call it word. Okay, word is also a string var, and then text variable will be for this as word, right? So we have this again with us, and we call it ent2 because it's a second entry with us. And then last thing which we need is a button. So write button inside, we want button inside root. Text will be change, text change, and give a comma. Tell about font if you want to, it's up to you. If you don't want to tell, don't tell, and just give the command. We need to give command. So whatsoever command we write over here, we need to, for example, if I write rename, rename will be the command which will be called. So rename will be called as soon as the button is pressed. Okay, then we pack it. Okay, and after this I'll change all these things. I'll change this to um, r will be in this manner, r plus will say we get this thing in path. So write path dot get. We'll see what happens with this. Okay, and next thing what we'll do, we'll change the word dot get. So for that what you need to do is you need to change this point and write, we got one word from the user, right? So write word dot get over here. And if you wish to completely empty everything after the calling, so you can just do one thing, write ent dot delete from 0 to end. Okay, and same for ent2 dot delete 0 to end. So this will delete everything in it. So almost done, nothing much I guess needed. Save it, press F5, give one word and give file path name. Okay, so first of all let's increase the size. I am quite not root, and did we not pack? Yep, we packed. So root dot geometry to, let's call it 300 into 300. That's 300. Okay, now let's save it and press F5. So yeah, something big. This is okay. We can see our particular code. So let's try the code out. So for trying, what I'll do, not like this. I'll copy the path. Let's copy it, paste the path over here. And for one word, let's call it edu here. Okay, let's click on change. Nothing happened. So r is not defined. Okay, we have to give the value of r as well. So I guess this might happen. So let's do it. For that, what I'll do, the correct method to do this should be that we should write this thing in front of this in this way so that it gets it and make it a raw variable. So let's save it and press F5. Yes, we get it. Now let's take this over here, copy the path once again, paste it. Let's give my word as edu here. Let's try this out. So it's not, So yeah, it's changed. So you can see everything is changed over here, everywhere, and so on. If you want to try once again, let's save. But one issue I have found, but before that, let's try it once again. And the word as we can give Tom. Okay, so let's change. So you will see that all the files are now changed Tom, right? So this way we can create a bulk file renamer, but we haven't get any extension. So we need to add extension. So for that, we'll add that thing into our GUI only. So that's easy. What you need to do is copy this much part, click on copy, press enter, paste, and over here you write it as exe. This is your extension, and this means your files will get some extension. Okay, so enter extension. Okay, so you are asking for extension as well. Quite easy, nothing much, and make it entry 3. Okay, make it as entry 3. So clear and cut. Over here in this particular file, go at the last, and at the last you add the exe.get, right? We had created one text variable exe.get, and after this come up over here and remove whatsoever you have written in exe. It's easy. Copy this much part, and press enter for this much part above one, copy and paste. So make it ent3, save it. Now press F5. It's asking three things. Great, cool. So let's make it down everything small, and let's try it out once again. So the location I want is this location. Let's give it file path. One word which I want to give is, the word I want to give is edu here. The extension I want to give is txt. So .txt, right? So let's change. Yeah, see, everything is now a text. And if I do it same again with like CSV, making it CSV, tom dot CSV. Okay, so change. Now everything is in CSV. So it was an easy project. You get a GUI for it as well, and you can create it more easy. You can import TTKey file load, which will give you browse option to get files, and that's easy as well. So I'll show you the code once again. It's importing OS, importing tkinter. This particular function we created first. This much part, I'll to be more precise, this much part we created before without any GUI. So this part is kept over here. Then we created a GUI over here. This GUI is taking three values. This string var are taking the values from the GUI and sending to this function. So it's easy. If you haven't if you don't know what is we are doing over here, you can check out my GUI registration form. Over there I have explained these all things very deeply, so it's easy over there as well. Otherwise you can just see how we are sending the stuff from here to here folder, and we are renaming every file. So quite clear. This button is pressed and everything is renamed. So we had OS module with us, we used files to rename, and we had an extension as well. But what I think, I can add one more thing into it. So let's just do it right now. So what did I do? I added tkinter GUI as well, right? So this is easier for me now. My project looks very much pretty and can be said as a uh, resume level project, to be more precise. So we did OS module, we had files, we had tkinter GUI as well, and we created extensions too. If you find this course or this particular video a little tougher or some things, you can just refer to my Python for Absolute Beginner, where I have taught Python from absolutely basics. Or if you want to know some more projects, you can go to 5 Python projects for beginners, and it has all the basic projects which will make your thinking pretty much fast regarding to Python. So this was all about today, guys, and thank you all for staying till the end. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye bye.